Questions 11 to 15 are coming up now, please. Now we go to question 11. The question 11 is about statistics or data handling. The speed v kilometer per hour of each of 200 cars passing a building is measured. The frequency table shows the results: speed, frequency, and he has divided speed in three categories. 0 is less than v and v is less than equal to 40 is the first category. 40 is less than v and v is less than equal to 50 is the second, and 50 is less than v and v is less than equal to 80 is the third one. Frequency for the first one is 50, for the second one is 120, and for the third one is 30. Now when we go to the next page, it is asking us to draw a histogram to show the information in the table on the back page. This is the grid on which we have to make the histogram, and on the y-axis is the frequency density and x-axis is speed in kilometer per hour. And when we go back to the back page, we see that in the table there was no frequency density, and I have added a row of frequency density, and frequency density will be equal to frequency divided by class width. So I calculate frequency density 50 divided by 40, because class width is 40 minus 0 is 40, works out to be 1.25. Similarly here class width is 10, 50 minus 40, so 120 divided by 10 is 12.0, and 30 divided by 30, because 80 minus 50 is 30, is the class width, so we get 1.0, and this is a frequency density that we have to plot on the graph along with the speed. So I have transferred the data of speed and frequency density from the back page onto this page so that it becomes convenient to plot. Now when we look at from 0 to 40, we are from here to here, and the frequency density is 1.25. so 1.25, when you do the graphs you have to do it with pencil. So 1.25, this is 5, so this will be 1, this will be 2, 3, 4 and 5, so 1 and 1.5, so in the middle of this is 1.25, and we have to go to 40, so here is another mark for it, and then we can go for drawing that line for the first information. Here is that line coming up, this one, and then we are to go to 12 for 40 and 50. That means we have to come to this place, 40 and 50, and we have to go to 12. So this is 10, this is 11, this is 12, and 50, 11 and 12. This is the point, and the previous point is here, and this would be that rectangle of frequency of the graph or histogram, and I draw this line here, let us have a little darker line here as well. You got these letters, and this line has to be up to this place. And the last is 1.0 up to 80. So this is 1, this one, and this one. So I take this line from here to here and drop it here. And our histogram is, so we get 3 marks for this effort of ours, 3 marks. Then we go to question number 12, and question number 12 is rationalize the denominator and simplify 10 over 3 root 5, and rationalize means that this root. Question 13 is about vectors. The diagram is not to scale. It says a parallelogram. OA vector is equal to P, OA is equal to P, and OC is equal to Q, OC is equal to Q. E is the point on AB such that AE is to EB is 3:1. 3:1. Asking for OE in terms of P and Q in its simplest form. So we draw a vector OE in order to ease our question. OE. This is OE. And when you look at this triangle, OE would be equal to OA plus AE. And we know that AA is 3/4 AB. And we also know that AB is parallel to OC because it is a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram. So we can very easily write AE equal to 3/4 Q, because AB is parallel to OC and OC is Q, so AB is also Q. And we write down the answer. OE is equal to P plus 3/Q. I have also done this working here for you in dark marker. You can have a look at it separately and get 2 marks. We go to question 14 now, and this is about probability. This question is about probability, and the question is that Tanya plants some seeds. The probability that a seed will produce flowers is 0.8. When a seed produces flowers, the probability that the flowers are red is 0.6, and the probability that the flowers are yellow is 0.3. Complete the tree diagram. So here is the tree diagram. 0.8 has been written by the examiner, and 0.2 will make 0.8 plus 0.2 will make 1 here. And then is the red. red is 0.6 and yellow is 0.3. So 0.6 plus 0.3 is 0.9. So this will be 0.1 and they add up to 1 again. And this is 0.2 because 1 minus 0.8 is 0.2. Now we go to part B and find the probability that a seed chosen at random produces red flowers. So red is here 0.6. So we multiply 0.8 with 0.6 and get the probability of producing red flowers. Part C, Tanya chooses a seed at random. Find the probability that this seed does not produce red and does not produce yellow flowers. So that means from the total probability of 1 we are going to subtract the red probability and the yellow probability, and red probability 0.48 we have already calculated, and the yellow probability will be 0.8 into 0.3, which works out to be 0.24. So 1 minus 0.72, these two make 0.72 and we get the probability at 0.28. Then we go to part D. Two of the seeds are chosen at random. Find the probability that one produces flowers and one does not produce flowers. The one which produces flowers, it will either produce red or yellow or other color. So we add the probabilities together, and this 0.108 comes from the tree diagram. 0.8 into 0.1 makes 0.08. 0.08. This one. So we add them up, and then the other thing is and one does not produce flowers and does not produce flower probability is 0.2. So we multiply and get an answer of 0.16, and this question is completed. Question 15 is about the equation of a line, and we have the question as A is a 0.35 and B is a 0.1 minus 7. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to AB that passes through the point A. Give your answer in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So first of all we have to find the gradient of AB. So gradient of AB will be equal to the formula of gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we have minus 7 minus 5 over 1 minus 3, which is equal to minus 12 over minus 2, which is equal to 6. But then he says find the equation of the line perpendicular to AB. So the line that will be perpendicular to AB, its gradient will be minus 1 over 6, because gradient of perpendicular line is equal to minus 1 over gradient of the line. Here line is AB and its gradient is 6, so it will be minus 1 over 6, which I have written here. Formula for equation is y minus y1 is equal to y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1, and y1 and x1 are for point A, 3 and 5. So I am going to take it y1 as 5 and x1 as 3. So I put in the values. Y minus 5 y1 is equal to minus 1 over 6 from here, and x minus 3 x1. So we solve it. So y is equal to minus x over 6, opening up the bracket, plus minus into minus, plus 3 over 6 cancelled, 3 1s are, 3 2s are, and minus 5 is taken on the other side, so it becomes plus 5. I have done it in one step. And then we solve it. Minus x over 6 plus 5 plus 1 over 2, which becomes 5 plus 1 over 2 becomes 11 over 2. So this is our equation. So we write the answer here. Y is equal to minus x over 6 plus 11 over 2, and question 15 is completed.